Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to ServiceNow Interview Guide. In the series of 5 TSM interview question, today we discuss video 16, which is why CMDB implementation fails. So till now, we understand what is CMDB and what all CIs are, what is CI relationships, what is the impact analysis of CI relationship. Okay. So now, at the very beginning, we discuss what does failure means for CMDB. Okay. What is the meaning of failure? You can say that the CMDB is failing, CMDB implementation is if the data is no longer trusted. You see, the CMDB is filled up with all type of data, all type of classes are there, all type of CIs are there, but you cannot trust the data. In that case, we can say that it is failing. Okay, implementation is failing here. The operational team stop using it. Why? Because they do not trust the data, and decisions are made outside the CMDB. Okay, so when there is no trust, it means there is no decision to be made from that data of CMDB. Okay, because the main goal of CMDB is showing dependencies. We know that, support impact analysis. We know that, and improve the incident and change decisions. So we know this is the goal of CMDB, right? We know this, but if any of this thing is happening at the top, it means the goal is not fulfilled properly. That's why the data is not trustworthy. That's why this CMDB is just like a dump. This CMDB is just like a spreadsheet which is no longer in use. Okay. So we have to make sure that there should not be any failure. Okay. If engineering teams stop relying on it, the implementation has failed even if the tool is still technically active. It means even though you are feeding your CMDB properly, you are feeding your data into CMDB, but if nobody is using it, it means it is of no use. It means the implementation of CMDB is failing. Why it is failing, you see, and this is happening when it fails. Okay. So now let's move. Next thing. So why this is a serious problem? We are using CMDB for better visibility, faster incident resolution, reducing the change risks. These are the few things which we are using CMDB, right? Better visibility into the infrastructure of our organization so that we can take decisions based on that. Okay. But when the data is inaccurate, it means team are not able to investigate the wrong component. It means are not able to see which CI is related to which CI. And if they see, obviously it is the wrong data. So wrong interpretation will be there. Change decisions are made blindly. Yes, business impact is misunderstood. Business impact is something which is the major benefit of CMDB because you are able to see the impact analysis of after you see a CI is breaking. You see the relationship. Once you see the relationship, you can do the impact analysis, and that is what equivalent to business impact. So if the data is not correct, obviously the business impact is misunderstood. Okay. So you see, an unreliable CMDB obviously create false confidence. Hence, it is more dangerous to use it rather than not using it. So we have to make sure. Okay. Now let's come to the important part, which is root causes of a failed CMDB. Okay, most failures are not technical, they are operational and governance failure. Okay, let's see what all these things are. So first thing is poor data discipline. Okay, so a CMDB is only strong as its data quality. So we have CI data in CMDB, but if the quality of data is not good, it means it is lagging somewhere. Okay, and what all are the common issues which is leading to this? No structured validation from wherever we are feeding the data. We are not validating it. We are just transporting or importing it into CMDB. That's why this data problem is arising. Rapid onboarding of thousands of CI, no quality checks. So we are not looking after the data. We are just feeding the data into CMDB. Because of that, we are getting duplicate records. We are getting inconsistent relationship. We are getting retired infrastructure still marked as active because the data is bad. Okay, if the data is bad, we see this much of problems in CMDB. Finally, you see one more missing critical dependencies. We know that. Okay. So engineering cannot tell which record is correct. Okay, that's why there is no trust in CMDB. So this is one of the way we can say, or this is one of the point which we can say that it is the cause of CMDB failure because the data is not disciplined or it is not trustworthy. Next, unclear ownership. Every configuration item must have an accountability. Without defined ownership, updates are missed. Infrastructure changes are not reflected. Cloud scaling is not captured. Service relationship drift from reality. Infrastructure is changing constantly. If nobody owns the accuracy, CMDB falls behind. So, unclear ownership. It means there must be somebody or there must be some support group or owner group which is looking after that CI because this CI is being used somewhere in the organization. So whoever is owning it, we should know that because of that person only we have to take certain steps. Okay. If we do not know who is the owner of that CI, it's good that we are importing that CI into CMDB via any discovery or any other tool. Okay, via any other discovery method. But if we do not know who is the owner, we have lot of information which is missing because we do not know the exact structure of that particular device. We do not know certain updates like governance, like few days back, this particular CI was assigned to someone and now it is being assigned to some other person. Okay. So in this case, the ownership is not clear, hence we are not able to make proper decisions with respect to that CI, and that's why if it is happening for more CIs, more lagging you can see in the CMDB data, and hence we can see that the CMDB implementation is now under question and it is failing. Okay, there must be someone who must take responsibility, who must own the CI. After that only we will be able to fully or accurately update the CI and fully comply with the governance. Next point, which is now equivalent to failure of CMDB implementation, is treating CMDB as one-time project. Yes, this is a major mindset. We are just importing the data into CMDB for one time whenever the project is there. Okay, but CMDB is not something which is always updated. Okay, you have to update it by various methods, by various discovery processes, by various integrations, because the infrastructure in the companies keep on changing. And if this infrastructure is changing, we must reflect that into the CMDB. If you think by doing one-time import, you will be able to satisfy, you will be able to get fully functional CMDB, you have a wrong mindset. Okay. So this is one of the major mindset, or this is one of the major error which is causing the implementation of CMDB as a failure project. So you have to make sure that. Next is practical failure scenario. In this also, we have given an example of the outdated data of CMDB. You see, there is an outage in the company, okay, in the project, and team has utilized CMDB to see the impact analysis. But what they have found, the relationships are related to a server that is already retired few months back. It means the actual server, which is now under outage, is missing here. Okay, we have linked, we have dependency on the server which is retired already. It means the data is not accurate. It means the troubleshooting is now going on the wrong direction, which is causing delay, which is impacting the business, and moreover, it is questioning the CMDB. Okay, so if these things repeatedly happens, people have to stop trusting CMDB. So you have to make sure the data quality and the data statuses or the CI statuses, everything should be well up to date. So this is also one of the cause for failed implementation of CMDB. Okay, so these are the few things which I want to share with all of you with respect to failed CMDB. What are the impact of a failed CMDB? What all are the reasons of the fake, what all are the reasons of the failed CMDB? Okay, so just look at this. Final thing, the interview perspective. CMDB implementation failed primarily due to poor data quality. We know that. Lack of ownership and absence of continuous maintenance. Okay, these are the 3 points which we already discussed. It is not a one-time thing. Okay, once the operational team loses trust in the accuracy of data, they stop using CMDB as a decision making. So CMDB is a very powerful tool if it is used properly, if it is updated properly. Okay, companies are investing a lot in CMDB because they know the impact of CMDB, but all this goes into vain if we see these things in any particular CMDB. And finally, at one fine day, people will stop using it and it's a lot waste of money. So that is what is expected from you, to explain to the interviewer in the interview about all these options in the CMDB failure. I will come up with the next question. Thank you so much. I hope you are liking the videos. Let me know in the comment section your doubts or what you want to learn from here or next. Thank you.